Thank you so much for joining me today. And today I would like to cook for you baked chicken in the fall. And this is what I call an all-in-one. You've got your potatoes, you've got your chicken, you've got your corn, and you've got your peppers and your onions. Let's look at it. This is what we're cooking today. We have our corn, we have our potatoes, we have our peppers, we have our garlic, we have our carrots, we have our mushrooms and our onions, and of course we have our baked chicken, and then we have just a little squeeze of lemon. So, let's get started. And most of all, we have our heavy duty foil. Okay, guys, let's do this. Okay, I've already cut my foil, and hopefully I cut enough. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to use garlic, roasted garlic herbs. I'm going to use some liquid smoke. I'm going to use some chicken seasoning. And by the way, it's not very much sodium in this either. And we have onion powder. I'm going to use my smoked paprika. We're going to use some sesame oil. And we're going to use a little bit of oregano. And you know, naturally we have our potatoes, so I'm going to use some chives. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do one at a time. I bought chicken breasts. So I have one of my first chicken breasts. I'm just going to put a little oil on it on both sides. Then we're going to put a little onion powder, a little chicken seasoning, a little smoke. Let's get back to that. I'll come down. Okay. Got a little bit of smoke, liquid smoke, because we want it to taste like it was cooked outside, okay? Just gonna kind of rub that in a little bit. Okay? Then we're going to use a little dab of oregano. Okay, so now we're gonna go with our onions. Looks good. We're going to go with our mushrooms, and I didn't cut them. Just gonna lay it around a little bit. Then we're gonna put our peppers on it. And do our carrots. And you know we gotta have garlic. Make sure we put that garlic right in there on that chicken. Okay, then we're gonna put our potatoes. Okay, that looks good. Then we're going to take our corn. Gotta have some corn. And then we're going to take a little bit of parsley. We're gonna put our parsley. Then, after we do that, we're gonna come back. We're gonna go with the roasted garlic, and we're just going to sprinkle over that a little bit. And let's see, we got, what have I got here? Okay, you know what? I need some salt. Sorry, you guys, got the salt. I have to put salt on, a little salt on the corn. Okay? Then we're going to take a little bit of oregano. I'm going to put some oregano over it. All right, now I'm just going to go back and take a little smoked paprika. You know, as I said, paprika makes everything look good, but this does have a taste to it. This is smoke. This is not the regular paprika. Now I'm just going to take a little bit more oil. Okay, and I'm just sprinkle on as much as you want. Do it as you like it. So I think I'm going to put a couple more mushrooms. You want it to be really, really good. Okay? All right, I'm finished with that. take the paper and fold it in. Really tight. And doing it this way because just in case I want to check it for some reason, but I shouldn't have to. Okay, this is good and this is ready to go. Okay, no juice is running out. I'm just going to set this aside and I'm going to do one more for you, okay? Got the chicken breast. And then it's no particular way that you put your seasoning on. You just put it on any way you want to put it on. Put as much as you want to your taste. Okay? Much as you want to your taste. Alright, put a little smoke. We want this, get that juice. We want it to really, because we're not cooking it outside, so we want that smoky taste. Okay, guys? Then we're going to put our onions, and you do it any way that you want it. It's entirely up to you. Garlic, some pepper. And you just go through the same routine, going over and over again. And your potatoes on the side. And your carrots any way that you want them. And I'm just going to take a little bit, just, I'm not chopping it up, just lay it up there. Any way you want it, that's the way you do it. Take my corn. And then I think we can put a little bit more seasoning over it here. And then we can put some, a little bit more sesame seed. And oregano. So you do it like you want it, guys, okay? All right, let's make sure we got everything. We got my carrots, we got my potatoes. Add a couple more carrots. Can't go wrong with the vegetables. You can't go wrong with the vegetables. So we got my chicken breast, we've got my corn, we've got my garlic, we got the peppers, we got the onions. And you know, guys, you know I knew it was something that I left out. And put a little salt on it. Okay, and put my mushrooms. Mushrooms up here. Any way you want them, any kind of size, it's up to you. As I said, however you want it, that's the way you do it. Especially when it comes out to seasoning, because everybody doesn't have the same taste. But you know, guys, I told you, I knew it was something that I forgot a little while ago when I was putting it together. Forgot my lemon. I want that twist. A little squeeze on it. And I think we're ready, guys. I think we're ready to wrap. I'm just going to pull it over. Bring it. Wrap it tightly. Make sure you seal it tightly. Okay, it's good to go. Meanwhile, and I have 3 more to wrap, but I will do that later. But right now, we're just going to take these and we're going to put them in the oven. I have my oven already on 350, and I'm going to put it in there for about 45 minutes. And we'll come back and see what we have. See you a little bit. Hi, I'm back. I think it's ready, you guys. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. Oh my gracious. Absolutely. Yummy. Ooh. And you can take this recipe. Normally, I cook it out on the grill. But today, I baked it in the oven. And this is something that you can prep overnight. And this will taste even better. The season go on even better. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Tell you what, let's try it. I think we'll go with this one. That's the biggest one. And it's not dripping. I used a heavy duty Reynolds strap. Okay. All right, here we go. You know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna taste it. You got your juice in there and all your different flavors. Ooh. You can take it out of the plate if you want, but I think I'm gonna leave it in. Let's look at that potato. Oh, look at that. Mmm, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Our carrot. Oh, yes. Now let's get a little piece of chicken. And it has its own juice, which is absolutely wonderful. And this gravy. Ooh, I can't get it all at one time, but mmm. Mmm. That's delicious. The mushrooms. Mmm. Very, very good. Very good. And you season it like you want it. You don't necessarily have to use all the seasoning that I used. If you want to do it quick and skip all the seasoning, get some Italian dressing and just pour Italian dressing all over it. And then you don't have to use all the seasoning. Still use your peppers and your onions and your corn and your carrots and your potatoes and your mushrooms, and you can just use Italian dressing. You kind of get the same seasoning. But I think that sesame seed oil did a kick. I really do. But I do hope you try my recipe, because it's absolutely delicious. Please try it. And thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate the likes, and I appreciate the subscriptions. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. And as you know, I would always like to leave you with something. Today, I'm going to say one of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another person has to say. Think about it. Thank you so much for subscribing to Yummy's Country Cooking. Bye bye. Okay, and by the way, guys, you don't even have to use a plate. You can just eat it right from the foil. All right. Thank you again. Bye-bye. Yummy. Absolutely yummy. Yummy to my tummy.